Welcome to my living room. My name's Cassie. I am a certified personal trainer, certified barre instructor, and certified group fitness instructor. I am home for the time being, as I'm sure many of you are. I'm a school teacher during my full-time job. So my children and I are home with the dogs until at least April. Dance studio where I teach Barre is closed, and so I felt like it would be helpful to start doing these videos to provide you all with the instruction that you'll be missing while we're closed. It's a time of uncertainty, anxiety is high, and it's really important that we take care of not only our physical health, but also our mental and emotional health. So these Barre classes, I hope you will find extremely helpful in doing that. Barre was created based on the principles of ballet. It's a combination of Pilates, yoga, and ballet dancing. It was actually created by a ballet instructor. It's very low impact, not a lot of cardio to it, intense muscle burn. We'll do little movements that will literally get your muscles shaking. It is helpful to have some tools to use during the Barre class. So I'm going to show you what you need here. If you don't have any of these, please do not feel like you can't participate. You can always modify, and I'll give those modifications. If you have range of motion issues, previous sports injuries, anything that would cause you to not be able to do one of the moves, listen to your body and don't push yourself too hard. What do you need for Barre? Well, I'm standing on a yoga mat. If you have a yoga mat, you'll need that. I teach Barre class barefoot. You can use slipper socks if they have the grippies on the bottom, but you really want to be able to get a firm foundation and a firm grip into that yoga mat. So I prefer to do it barefoot. Also, I just happen to have a homemade ballet bar. I will post a link along with all of the other items that I'm listing in the description below. This was made with PVC pipe. It's weighted down by water, and I actually put some weights on the bottom too. None of the exercises I'm going to have you doing will have you pulling on the bar. In a dance studio, it's attached to the wall. In the living room, not so much. We want everyone to be safe. If you don't have a ballet bar, which is pretty much almost everyone, use a dining room chair. It's a good option to use. Again, nothing that we do will be pulling on the chair. The thing that's going to keep you upright is your core. That's what you're going to work the most, and your legs. There's a weights component to Barre, and we always use light weights in class. 1s, 2s, 3s, sometimes 4s. I wouldn't use anything heavier. I have 2-pound weights. If you don't have light weights at home, use a water bottle. Use cans of soup. Don't use any weights at all. Our arms have weight to them. So any exercise we're doing in this class, even without weights, is going to be challenging. Another thing I use in my class is a ball, and I have a Spiky ball that anyone that takes my class is going to recognize. This one's a little bit smaller than the ones I use in my class. If you don't have one, you can always use a basketball. It doesn't really have the squeeze, but for times when we're just, trying to keep that between your knees, keep your knees open, this will work. Another option, a kickball, a cheap little novelty ball that you get at the dollar store for your kids. Those are all great options. I don't have one, but you can also use a yoga block if you happen to have one of those around. I also use elastic straps in my class. This is an example of one. This is an example of something that you might get at a physical therapist's office. It's just elastic and stretchy. Sometimes we tie it around our legs. Sometimes we keep it untied. Again, if you don't have one, no worries. This is another example of an elastic strap, but it's actually an elastic loop. So if you have these, feel free to use them. Those are the materials. Again, every exercise we do, you can modify. I encourage modifications. I want you to listen to your body, especially if this is new, and I want you to do what feels right. Take breaks as needed. I'll offer some breaks, but again, come out of a move if you need to. Listen to your body. That's the most important thing. I want this to be beneficial for everybody, regardless of the level that they're at. So thank you for joining me. Again, I will list all of this in the description below. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment. And you can look forward to many more videos to come. Thanks.